There's a joke in there somewhere. I had to put it out.
Well, there's a match in here right now, a Pokemon battle in winter semis. Mew² up against P2P with Gibus. Mew², no surprise here. He's going to be picking Cloud. Of course not. Going with the Mewtwo. And the Greninja from Gibus. Now, this makes a lot of sense given the success he had against Iggy going Greninja. Of course, losing game 1 with Lucario, but then winning 2 straight with the Greninja pick.
Also, Lucario kind of gets spotted by other floaty characters, in my opinion. But, yeah, I mean, Greninja's usually... We used to see him play Mewtwo against Mew²'s Mewtwo, but once Mew² just got so out of reach for most people in this region, Gibus said, alright, I'll just stick to Greninja. So, right now he's doing a great job. I think the biggest key to success right now is that he's spacing his moves and also simultaneously spacing himself out of Mew²'s moves. And he's making that his primary objective.
Yeah, and you know, it's all right. I totally get what you're saying. The primary move, and it looks like he's spacing around, is the down tilt. That's Mewtwo's go-to in a lot of these matchups to start up some of these combo sequences. And we've seen Gibus doing a masterful job avoiding that option, only getting clipped by a couple here and there.
Yeah, and it goes to show, I mean, a lot of Mewtwo's game is based on getting combos in the air, but a lot of Greninja's combos are based off of getting your aerials to connect. And I think that Greninja's just got the better frame data and therefore the advantage in the air, even if Mewtwo's got much, much better hitboxes in general. So we're pretty much both at kill percents here. I mean, Mew² can just get 2 forward airs and Gibus will be dead, but Gibus can find a down throw to up smash and Mew² will be dead. But a fully charged Shadow Ball right to the face?
That was such a big call out. Gibus has been playing this very reactionary sort of style in general around the down tilt. He'll get outside of down tilt range, wait for it to come up, and then use that moment to get a dash grab. And there it was just a call out on Gibus's movement options. Essentially, Gibus finding a stock of his own with the aerial, and now things are nearly tied up.
Yeah, being somebody who does play Mewtwo himself, Gibus had no problems knowing that Mew² probably wanted to get off of that offstage situation, especially at the high percents, and he said, well, if you're going to go over to this part of the platform, I'm just going to cover it with a slew of hitboxes. And it worked. They got him the stock, and we're at a dead even point now in Game 1.
I'm looking at Gibus and his reactions whenever Mew² approaches. You'll be noticing a lot of jumps whenever you see Mew² approach. The question is how Mew² is going to be punishing that next.
And we just saw one right there, is that he just slapped him with that forward air. It's very difficult to keep yourself in the air and keep yourself from being punished against Mewtwo. But surprisingly, he just found that up smash out of nowhere. Let's just put that out there.
And it came to that next level. You talked about the forward air punish before, and what we saw from Gibus is taking a little bit more time, spending a few more resources, getting height advantage, which is something that I usually talk about in shooters, not really in Smash, to ensure that he can just drop down on Mew², get out of the range of the hitboxes that he's seen from him traditionally, and then find the following punish.
Yeah, so Game 2, Gibus has gone to the same stage and gone Lucario, which is interesting to me because I have no idea what he's thinking right now.
I was thinking that was...
I don't know what Mew²'s thinking right now.
He's confident that the counter will come out, I suppose. Even though that was the first moves in this game.
I think, yeah, lots of down smashes. Lots and lots of down smashes.
He's just trying to get the hard call out for sure.
I mean, you've already gotten one against a top player. Come on.
Well, it could also be the next call out, right? You do a lot of those down smashes in those particular ways. Maybe next time Gibus will just do a normal get up off of the ledge, and there'll be a different sort of punish waiting for him.
If you do something enough times, eventually it will work.
1,000 Monkeys, keyboard, something
something Shakespeare.
Oh.
Something I don't believe in.
That was a Midsummer's Night's Dream away from connecting there. That up smash was so randy from Mew², but the Aura Sphere connecting, getting a lot of damage, getting control back in favor of Gibus now.
Yeah, just an absolute Hamlet of hitboxes. I don't know. I like Shakespeare puns. But finding the kill with that up throw, I think Gibus might not have DI'd that as well as he wanted to. But I think that he's just going to have to great embarrass.
Ooh. The beginning of that game, Mew² trying to make a hard call out, and Gibus saying, let me show you exactly how it's done. Even game again, Mew² slight percent advantage. But that can be racked up so quickly. Gibus does have a very strong punish game at these low percents off of grabs. He can definitely bring this game back.
I was about to say that, you know, now that Gibus has lost the first stock, he's just going to have to grin and bear it and try to find a way to get a kill once he's at like 70 or so percent. But he just found that forward smash, and I mean, now we're at just a completely even game, possibly even in Gibus's favor now that he's pretty much at the sweet spot of I won't get knocked back a lot, but I do have a heaping helping of power.
And of course, remember, he took the game with Greninja. He's looking for the victory lap here with Lucario. Wants to ensure that he can take it over Mew² with two different characters, but it doesn't look like that second game is going to come to fruition. And that was such a smart call out from Mew² as well. You saw the angle where he drifted. It was a diagonal to the right. It made it ambiguous as to whether he would be covering the roll towards the left, which in general is not what you want to do whenever you're that close to the blast zone on Smashville. Instead, coming up on that diagonal angle, scooping him up with the forward air to connect with Gibus as he was committing to what he thought would be the safest option in the situation.
And we're going into Game 3 now, and this is exactly what I wanted to see for a very specific reason. And this is because Gibus has been doing a great job of not only spacing out of that down tilt, like you said, but the biggest thing that he's been doing is he's been spacing his jumps. When he jumps very close to Mew², what he's doing is that he's putting himself in such a position that Mew² would probably have to double jump or, you know, get a very long single jump, which is unsafe with Mewtwo, to try and hit him in the air with Mewtwo's strange hitboxes. But without any platforms, it's going to be harder for Mew² to space that out. And Gibus is so good at staying out of that zone because he understands Mewtwo as a character that it's going to be very hard for Mew² to connect those aerials, which is what leads into kills for the character.
Mew² has seriously reworked his neutral game. He's playing this very counter-hit-oriented style, integrating a lot of shield stops in order to capitalize whenever Gibus is falling down with these aerials. And it's been working very well so far, nearly getting the forward air, but Gibus, an error on recovery, and now he's down to his last stock.
Yeah, that might be the nail in his coffin, actually. I was thinking that he would have no problems finding the first stock, and then he'll have all the momentum to finish out this game. But now, getting that up air, it's right back to even, so we're back reset to just nobody has the momentum, nobody has the advantage. We're going to play this one clean. One stock left in Game 3 on an Omega stage.
Now Gibus is trying to adjust to the adjustments that Mew² has made. He's mixing up the timings on the aerials that he's throwing out, trying to clip Mew² between his shield drops.
Yeah, and again, I've mentioned this like 3 or 4 times already, but this is really coming down to the fact that Gibus knows more about Mewtwo than Mew² knows about Greninja.
I mean, this is a pocket character for Gibus. Oh, I was so terrified when those swords came unsheathed.
If that was any other character other than Mewtwo or like maybe Ness or Lucas off the stage, he could have charged that neutral B fully, carried him off into the blast zone or at least near the blast zone, and it would have probably been death.
Just this style from Gibus. He's going airborne like he was before, but he's not throwing out any aerials at all, and that's giving Mew² the extra time to think. Up smash connects, and Gibus heads to Winners Finals.
He went to SmashCon, and then he came back and said, all right, I'm ready.
He's definitely ready. He's feeling it. He's feeling great. He's looking great. He made the adjustments even after his opponent made layers and layers of adjustments. Wonderful.